This is a story for those who wished that they could truly read between the lines of the book they were reading and see the world of the story through the eyes of the author. For those who wished that they could make nonfiction from fiction. For those who wished that dreams were true. This is a story of a group of wayward friends who came together from the far reaches of two worlds to come together and to help make dreams reality. This is Hazeltown Story. Hello and welcome to Hazeltown Story episode 56. We are still continuing the temporary secretary arc, so if you have not, this is your first time listening into this particular arc, I strongly suggest you go listen to at least the start of this arc. If you're new to the series in general, probably just go back one or two arcs prior. But yes, we are continuing our arc of looking into this weird supernatural secretary. And especially weird because she seems to be missing at the moment, and we are now not hired to look into what she is, but now to actually find her after the events of the last episode, which is, what kind of happened is basically due to the gang's actions, she kind of got spooked and is now nowhere to be found. So we're going to try and find her. That's basically the general action now. So yeah, that is what's going to happen in this episode, and we'll see what goes on from there. Just to also recap, our players in this session are, we got Carnival playing Elmis Graner, a technomancy expert and kind of whiz with all things like tech. We have Deathmaster playing Bob B, the general dealer of all things sleaze and kind of smoozy kind of guy, which we'll definitely see this episode. And also we got newcomer Norman Rafferty, who is playing Tacent, who's kind of they kind of do what you need to get done, even if the deed is not exactly on the level. Also kind of a bit of an artist. And also we have TorpidTypist playing Iravia, the kind of, favorite chaos cow, so to speak. Basically likes to get direct and can use her fist really well if necessary. Before we start, there is a little part of this episode that has some audio issues that I unfortunately couldn't repair. So there's going to be some weird echo in some parts of this episode. So just giving you a heads up that is happening. I don't think it happens in the other part of this session, the one that's going to be in the episode next week. But I do know it hits in this part. So apologies for that. I'm going to see if I can try something in the future with that. But unfortunately, with what I know of Audacity at the moment, I could not repair it. So I just kind of unfortunately left it in. But other than that, that's kind of the only thing of note this episode, at least in terms of things I need to let you know. No kind of updates or anything. We're just kind of plugging along, which is pretty good. So enough of me babbling. Here's the session.
Right to the market, I'm guessing.
Well, one thing that you might want to consider is basically kind of letting this information, basically letting this information kind of with the others in the team, the higher ups, I guess you would say, like Theron and all that.
That was the plan. That's what I was going to call Theron at some point.
Also, we should maybe keep an eye on that bus stop meeting place at some point.
That's true. Oh, and that reminds me, I'm gonna grab the orb.
All right.
Actually,
Tacent, I think, was going to grab it.
Yeah, Tacent already got the orb.
Yeah, I'll give
right.
it back. It's your orb. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and give it back to you.
Cool. We'll go and hand this off to and let's see what we can get off of this, because these have been great for finding things.
Groovy.
Yep. So Bobby, let's just do, instead of like going through some rigmarole, let's just say, Bobby, you call Theron. Theron basically wants to have a meetup at the library before we kind of go about this. So basically the next thing is, let's just say that this was in the morning, so how about we go in the afternoon?
Yeah.
And basically, you all meet up at the library again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, though, Elmis is gonna go grab the books that they got from the library last time and turn them in again. So
Okay, fair enough.
Look at this nerd being responsible.
Okay, so basically, you all meet up back at the library. The people who are in attendance, you have Theron. Uh, let's see, you have Theron. Um, I don't think you really need anyone else at the moment.
Lila, maybe.
Uh, yeah, sure. How about Lila? And there's that. Yeah, Bibley, maybe. Yeah. How about we'll have Theron, Lila, and Bibley basically are there. So basically, you all are meeting in kind of a back room, like a back room of the library. It's rather quiet, so you have a lot of space to yourself. And basically, you're all kind of meeting there. And Theron just kind of essentially goes, "Well, this took a turn that I kind of was hoping it didn't, because while I talked to Olin, and he wants us to go and find her, and basically make sure that she's okay. The thing about this is that the nature of this mission or this thing I wanted you to do has gone in turn from basically keeping an eye, basically helping a friend of mine keep his business intact, uh, or basically seeing what is anything, if there's something going on in his thing, to essentially tracking someone down, um, which we have had discussions with some of uh, the last time we talked to DPass about this. They were generally fine with that, because there wasn't anything really going outside of anyone's personal space to do this, other than basically just what was we were supposed to just investigate that inside the publishing house. Now we're going and tracking someone down,
I mean, we're
which
basically private investigators, right? I don't see the issue.
we
yeah,
are. We are. That is true. But I do feel that just so we don't have people breathing down our neck that we shouldn't be, uh, perhaps we should look into our contacts at the people that we dealt or that we talked to last time at the D pass, that see if
No.
maybe they might be able to shed
What's
some light on this.
repass?
So D pass is uh Department of Public. Oh, is it Department of Public?
Or cops.
They're essentially well, they go them more than just the cops. They're essentially the police, except they are more focused on like paramedic stuff. No, it's just Craig.
They're paramedic cops.
Yeah, but they're more for like protection rather than they actually just protect. They actually are not just like police.
I mean, I don't want to rain on anybody's parade, but it's been missing less than 24 hours.
Bobby agrees with the snake oil salesman. I would say we should give it a few days. So we don't know what her intentions are. If she kills someone, fine. Then it's a problem. If
Well, she might not be killing someone. She might be running away from someone else.
Yeah.
Why do you
Bobby
keep
points at
assuming she's
Iravia.
just gonna murder someone?
I didn't say that.
Not you, no. But
Yeah, I
fucking
don't know.
Elmis and Bob B are just assuming the worst. Like, yeah, she got angry at me, but there was no real intent.
Did she now? Who called Iravia? You said it was a telemarketer.
Yeah. Just with a bad line.
So you were called by a telemarketer, not by.
Or like some kind of scammer. I don't know. They kept asking me who I was. I think they wanted my personal info.
at
Oh.
this point, Elvis is gonna face palm.
So Theron's like, Do you get telemarketers often?
No, but I mean, it was probably a scammer.
You were called from a motel phone, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, who knows
like,
who was using that number beforehand?
Did,
No, I'm not saying anyone could have called that room.
Yeah, it could have been, criminals.
Bobby raises his finger and says, "Would she have had your phone number by any chance?"
Maybe. They'd give it to her.
You must have done something to spook her because she had my phone number and she didn't call me.
Yeah, but you didn't accuse her of being a monster, did you? That was all her.
I didn't call her a monster. I just asked who she was.
so basically at this point, Lila chimes in. It's like, okay, so so let me just get this straight. You, for one, you gave her a phone number.
Yes.
2, you, out of the blue, that you normally don't do, got a call from some sort of telemarketer
I
that
think
was
it's
asking you
telemarketer or a scammer. I don't know. They were asking for personal information.
what kind of personal information.
They're asking, who am I?
Just the phrase, "Who are you?"
Something like that, yeah. It was hard to tell. There was some really nasty interference on the line. I don't know what they were doing.
So is there was some interference on the line?
Yeah. You don't
Did
get that
it
often?
sound? Did it sound odd? Odder than usual?
I just thought they had a bad line.
Lolo, is there any, like, in the books that were said, like, any distinct sound that could be asked to be matched to the
Well,
phone line thing?
I'll say this. It's like, well, she Lila is kind of thinking is like, this might be a long shot, but you said that there were. I wonder if I'm just curious, depending upon how that motel has its phone set up, we might actually be able to trace back from who that caller was.
I don't know why you're so intent on a scammer.
From a motel?
From a
I
scammer.
think that motel. So it was a direct line to your room, then it wasn't a switchboard.
I figured it was put through.
Yeah, that's the thing is that it probably would have actually gone to the hotel and then went through.
Well, there's another avenue that we're not looking in here. If Sophie was actually hired to be a secretary, she was hired from a temporary agency. The temporary agency would have done at least a cursory background check.
That is true.
So they would have to have some sort of address and some sort of ID on file to at least establish that, well, I don't know if you have crime databases here and keep track of convicted felons or not.
That is the temporary agency does have access to it. The problem is getting them to say what that is a completely different subject.
We could just
That's
break
why-
into the temporary agency and steal it.
Well, you could, but that probably wouldn't go well.
It'll be
Oh.
fine, but
I'm not sure how tracing a phone number, do we actually have the authority to do that?
No, we don't.
Elmis laughs when you ask that question.
Yeah, but how would we actually do it? The call's like over 24 hours old.
Technomancy.
Yeah, that is,
really intent on a scam.
so Theron chimes in at this point. He's like, well, okay, so we have, if I'm trying to put this together of what we have Iravia here. Received some sort of weird phone call. We don't know if it is, so it could be a scammer, could be Sophie.
Look, I'm just saying it didn't sound like Sophie.
Well,
It was kind of a mess. I also got really uncomfortable to listen to at points, but it's whatever.
Lila just kind of makes a face, is like, huh, but then just kind of goes back down. So the thing is that it seems like Sophie has an accomplice. So we do know that. We don't know what exactly their nature is. They could just be completely fine.
We don't even know if she has an accomplice. We don't know who this other person is.
Yeah, we know that she has Martin, that she is associated with, that we know works at White Blossom Market, which is around which is easy to find.
I think we should go talk to Martin next.
You could
Find him. All we have is a name. We don't even know what he looks like.
Didn't he come to the office? That's how Olin knew about him?
Olin couldn't describe what he looked like, though.
So,
and also the office has multiple people in it. Multiple people would have seen him.
Now, weren't they meeting at a bus stop and the note was in her desk?
it was in the computer.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, Martin did come to the office. I'm not mistaken in that, right?
Yes.
That
Okay.
not only would multiple people have to seen him, but the guard at the front desk who had to when he had to sign in would have seen him.
Yeah. Also at this point, you hear Theron chime when you mention White Blossom Market, you hear Theron kind of peek up a little bit. He's like, "Wait, White Blossom Market. Thomas works there. I know the person Thomas. I think his last name's Degatega. I think someone along that. I know the person who manages that market. So, uh, I could ask him if he knows any Martin that works there.
Well, there we go. We've got 3 avenues. We can get the Martin. We can go check the phone lines, and then we can break into the office and steal the records.
We could also plant an orb at the bus stop.
Yeah, so what is technomancy for? Can we actually use technomancy to track phone numbers?
So you could at least you could track if there is foul play on the phone lines, you could actually track it down. The people who are manning it would know.
Well, we have a phone number for Martin, right? Because that was in the
Yeah.
system, right?
Yeah.
So did we figure out if this phone system is antiquated enough? Do we know if that's a cell phone or a landline?
It would be a landline at this point.
Do we know where that would be?
We could trace the line to see where it's like you could actually what you could do, since it is around that time, you could actually, I wonder if you called an operator, you could probably reverse um look up that phone number for any white page
But
information.
there might be some odds that it's unlisted. No, I just didn't know if that's something you could actually do with technomancy, which is find out where a phone number goes.
That you probably couldn't.
You
Unless
could-
you had if you unless the likelihood of a person doing it, no, you could not do that.
Okay.
Especially because that was like several hours ago.
Yeah.
No, I mean we have a phone number for Martin, and it's a land.
No. But I'm saying if we were going off of the Mattel phone, that was several hours ago, so it'd be even more of a pain in the ass to go from there. That's all I'm saying.
But it's still his number. We have his phone number.
Yeah.
Why would it
Yeah,
matter?
no, but I meant the call that I got.
I think there's some cross wires here.
Yeah, I'm just talking about we could go. Well, if we have Martin's phone number, we could match his phone number with his address.
Yeah.
You could call an operator and try that.
If an operator would actually give me this information, why don't I just call an operator?
Possibly.
I mean, I'll do that. I can use my phone to do that.
Okay. So basically, what you could do, obviously the library has a phone. So if you do want to go and quick call to see the operator and see if you can get any information out of it, you could.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to do that.
Okay. So let me think about how this is going to work.
Okay, yeah. So one more time just to clarify, specifically, you were talking about the Martin follow-up, which is good. Carnival was talking about going to the motel and tracing back from that, which would be an absolute fucking nightmare and not going to happen.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking Martin is a person of interest. We should talk to Martin.
Yes. We should also look into the market and have Theron call them.
Because Martin might also be your angry telemarketer.
Yeah, as I said, we should also like have Theron follow up on their end or whatever.
Yep. So
And I still think we should plant an orb at the bus stop.
Yep, I can go ahead and do that.
okay. So how about this? So points of action. Carnival, you're gonna go plant an orb. You're gonna go leave the library to plant an orb at the bus stop.
Yes.
Rafferty, you're just gonna quick go and call the operator real quick.
My goal is to find Martin's landline address.
Okay. Theron is going to go talk to, basically try and get on the phone with Thomas and try and figure something out. So that leaves Bobby and Iravia what are you wanting to do?
So I was gonna hang back with Tacent just because I want to follow up on this Martin angle.
Okay,
If he
so
tries to fuck with me, I'll
Okay,
run
so
him
you come
back.
with me, be Team Martin.
Yeah.
so Bobby,
Bobby actually has another idea. We need to talk to Iravia and Theron about it, though.
okay. Well, we can quick discuss that. So, what were you thinking?
So Bobby says there's another avenue here that we've not considered. Possible, if she is in fact violent, that she may be going after Iravia here.
That could be.
If that is the case, it may have to be best if we have someone watching your back for a while, in case she makes a move.
I mean, yeah, I'd be going with Tacent.
It's not what I mean. Someone who can operate in the shadows.
That's certainly not you.
So basically,
no.
you think you think that Iravia should have a bodyguard?
Yes.
No, I can defend myself just fine.
It might be worthwhile to have someone nearby. I can. How about this? I think I think maybe for the next couple days, I'll have. Um, let's see. I think actually, I think might be best. Betcha Cass, I think might be your best choice. We can have him stay in that motel for a couple days, so at least there's someone right by. And should something go down, he's pretty good at keeping in the shadows. So yeah, how about we do that? At least also in case you get another phone call, you have someone right there that we can assist.
Okay.
Uh,
That'll get
so
you off my back.
so so Theron will write that down on his paper to also talk to Thomas about that. So with that, okay, Bobby, is there anything else?
Bobby would also just work with Theron and going to the market.
Okay. Well, he was probably going to just call first.
Well, if that pans out, then they can go to the market.
Okay. So let's resolve. Since it's real quick. Let's resolve the operator situation. So Rafferty or Torpo, or Rafferty or Torpo. I need you to. Let's see. I'm trying to think how to do this.
I figured Rafferty because Rafferty is the one doing the call.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do I want you to roll this? I want you to roll a percentile dice.
I did.
Yes, you did. So, you call the operator. You're don't actually bump my mic. So we're getting. So you call, and basically, let me think. You call. You give
do.
them. You give them the phone number.
Yep.
And
I need this address.
yeah, you need the address. The thing is, you call and you find that the number is unlisted.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yep.
Okay. So now the next question I have is, okay, so I am a technomancer.
Yes.
Can I use technomancy to find out where this number goes?
You would not be able to do that.
Okay, not even if I called the number and I was in the process of calling the number, I couldn't trace to where the signal was going.
I mean, you could, but you know where the phone number would go.
Wait, no, I don't.
Oh, you're trying to get the location.
Yeah. Oh, the location.
Yeah, I mean, we want to go to Martin's house.
It wouldn't be like you couldn't like pinpoint where it is, like geolocation wise. It's not like you can call it and you would get like a longitude and longitude, like that says.
So technomancy doesn't do that.
No.
Okay. Is there a magic that does do that?
No.
No.
Not
That's
to
not
the
like
scale
everything's
that
loaded with
doing.
GPS.
Huh. Okay. I'm going to hang up and call Martin's number.
Okay. You call
And I'm
and
calling from the library.
you call from the library. Um, that's right. Trying to think. Let's say, what time would this be?
It's
Probably,
afternoon, I thought.
yeah, the afternoon. So you call and you don't hear anything.
And there's no answering machine.
No.
Okay. That was fun.
Yeah, is there no way we could like just get an address to go with the landline? Like I think that's what
That's what you're trying to do, but it's
the
unlisted.
whole point of calling the operator was.
Yeah, we called the operator. They told us the number is unlisted. So whoever it is pays extra
Okay.
to have an unlisted number. No one answered when we called, and there apparently isn't any sort of like supernatural power we can bring to bear to track this signal down.
Right.
So I think this is a dead end.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pretty much all you can do with that is just keep calling there like every hour or so and hope that he picks up after a while.
Well, we could go back in a few hours, perhaps. Yeah.
So, while this is going down, Theron is going to go ahead and call Thomas at the market. And basically, what he gets from that is basically he does confirm, Theron does confirm that to Thomas that there is an employee there. There's one employee there named Martin. Full name is Martin Sparrow. Um, and basically, he does give you a brief, a he does give you a description of the person. And let's see. He is what is he? That is a good question. Uh so he is around he's young. He's around 22. He is a mink and he is basically brown furred with he's kind of slightly doughy. Um kind of black, kind of trimmed haircut. Kind of square. He looks like he just graduated college. And he works at a cashier at the White Blossom Market. So you do now have a description of what he looks like and his full name.
So no form of divination we can use?
Like, what do you mean?
I don't know, any sort of magic to divine where he is, just because we have a lot of information on him at this point.
Yeah.
You
Maybe
can't.
at work.
Yeah, you can't just like say, "Oh, here he is," until because you've not personally met him yet.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, we need a sympathetic connection than before. Yeah.
Well, you know what? They have Iravia where Iravia is staying, so for the time being, she's just gonna head back to her motel and just wait.
Hang with Cass for a while.
Yeah, exactly.
So okay, so that'll be a thing. So Elmis, you're gonna go plant. You said you were gonna go plant.
Yes.
Anger. Bobby and Tacent, is there anything else you want to do?
I thought Bobby
Bobby's
was
gonna
heading
go to the
down
market.
to the. Yeah.
Okay, so you're heading to the market.
Yes. Cass wants to
I'm
come.
going to go home and check my messages because I actually have a day job.
Okay, so you
If any of you need to reach me, here's my phone number.
okay, so for the night you are heading home. So Iravia.
I mean, my plan is I can call Martin later, but I can call Martin every hour from home.
Right. Okay. So you'll be going home and you'll try to call Martin like every hour. So Iravia, you're heading back to your hotel or motel.
I was actually about to ask, can I bring like Lila with me also, just as some kind of backup?
Sure.
Or someone, anyone will work. Whoever's available.
That's why Cass is going with.
Yeah.
She's a bodyguard.
Okay.
Well, you'll kind of like, let's say you see basically you kind of figure like arrange it so that you and Cass are kind of heading back together.
Yeah.
All right. So you head back to your motel. Cass kind of slightly diverts like as you get there, you head back to your room. He is going to try and get a room there. You as you kind of um go back into your motel, you go into your motel room, you see that it's exactly the way you left it. You do see a blinking light on your phone,
Okay.
which means that you have a message from the front desk, essentially.
Yeah, so I'll pick up the
Uh,
phone and ask.
yep. Um, did we give a name for your hotel motel? I forgot.
No, we never gave it a name. It doesn't have a name.
Hotel
Uh,
7.
No.
yeah, it's a local motel. It's not even a chain. Um, so they pick up. It's like, oh yes. Uh, so I, hmm, we got a interesting situation here. That maybe you can help. Did you get anything weird over the phone? Let's say around last night.
Yeah, I got called by a scammer with a really bad line.
Uh, yeah. Well, their line kind of messed with our equipment a little bit. So we were
Oh.
wondering if you knew anything about it.
I don't know, they just sounded really angry and trying to get my personal information. Also, the
It
line itself sounded really horrible, and a few times I had to just like step away.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't get shocked. It burnt through some of our systems. We had to get it replaced today.
Ah, it seems fine to me.
You didn't get like hurt or anything, did you?
Nah, I'm fine. I'm doing great.
Huh. Well,
I had a big ass steak.
that's fortunate because we're kind of trying to figure out what could have even happened. But we were wondering if you knew anything about it, and you weren't by any chance tampering with anything, would you?
Why would I?
We don't know. We're just trying to figure out what could happen that
Look, I'm
caused
just
our.
saying, I got better shit to do with my time than fuck with your phone lines.
Well, that's good. We appreciate that. But someone else really did want to have did a real number on our systems, and that's very annoying. That we kind of they kind of actually we might have to get people involved in this if it happens frequently. But we'll keep an eye on it. We got it repaired, so your phone should be perfectly fine. But
Uh,
if it happens again, please call us immediately.
Okay, sure. Get anything off it, or just know that the line was burned?
Uh, well, I suppose if we had some text, we could. We kind of alerted DPass to this, so uh, they're having someone potentially looking to see who might have done this. Um, uh, Actually, we kind of let them know that you kind of were there. So if you do also, that's the other thing I wanted to tell you. If you do have if someone was kind of trying to get your information from DPass, that's what it's about. They're not trying to hunt you down for anything else or anything.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. Sure.
But just wanted to let you know.
So quick question: would I have Elmis's number?
Um, you probably would.
Okay, so in the meantime, I'm actually gonna see if I can do an outgoing call to Elmis's place and just leave a message asking to come over here to check out the line.
Okay. Yeah,
Oh,
you could, or unless because if you're at the library going back there in the city, it would take like an hour. So theoretically, by the time this could have happened, uh, that would not be that far off of time wise.
okay, and like I already got to put the camera down at the bus stop. Then right?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Elvis will pick up and just head over.
Um. So you you basically you meet Iravia there. The thing is that this is a motels kind of thing, so you would have to kind of get in with them. So basically, if you want to kind of get a hold of this thing, you would have to go up to like the front desk and figure out where it is.
Okay. At this point, Elvis is gonna be like, just try and bullshit their way in saying like, "Hey, I'm part. I know you guys just got your thing replaced today. I'm here to just run a system checkup.
could just say you're from like D-Pass as an external contractor or something.
Yeah, I'm an external contractor. I know you just had your sister in place. This is just some last minute tune-ups and stuff like that.
Roll deception. Let's. Okay. So hold on. Let me check what deception.
I am not at a good
Cunning.
spot with deception.
Deception is cunning.
So actually, you're not that bad off.
I mean, I'm rolling 3 green, but
3 green's still solid. Like,
Better than like nothing.
So you are gonna roll. Okay, what's vigilance based off of?
Will. Willpower.
You are gonna roll 3 greens against 3 greens and a red and 2 purple. Let's see, a red and a purple.
all right. Can I
Jesus.
spend a story point then, guy team?
All right.
Sure.
okay.
So 1 red and a purple.
So yeah, 1 red and a purple. So against, I'm guessing a yellow and 2 greens.
Yes.
God damn it, Carnival.
So
Better than nothing.
so you roll 2 advantage. So you try and essentially, like, you try and bullshit your way to saying that you're D-Pass or trying to get in, and the guy at the desk is basically like, he's dealt with, like, it's a like, this motel, like, he's dealt with kind of shady people in the past, and he does not have any, like, he has dealt with scammers before. So he kind of sees through your thing, but the thing is, he's like, listen, we just had this replaced. I know I'm not gonna, like, I know you're probably trying to help, but we just got this replaced, and I want someone who knows what they're doing. I want someone who does this for a day job to do this. So I appreciate it, but I'm not gonna let you take a look at this right now.
All right, fair enough.
Could try invoking Tommy, seeing if that works.
Invoking who?
The cop guy we worked with last time.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
His number's like, but he can vouch for me. I hope that he does.
you
Yeah,
can
that would make.
you could try giving it, like, you could say, like, oh, here, like, you write down, it's Toby Moon is
Yeah.
the guy's name.
Yeah, I'll write down Toby Moon's like, okay, yes, I'm not officially part of, but we're working on an undercover thing. The damages that happened the previous night deal with an ongoing case. So
So basically, you getting this call, you think they might be going after you, and kind of points to Iravia.
I mean,
they
I guess. I mean,
Is like, all right, if I call, it basically is like, all right, I'm gonna call this person, and I'm gonna let them know that you're going to take a look at this. And he kind of points at you. He's like, but if this turns out to be bullshit, you're on for this.
all right.
And then basically the guy is like, okay, let's go ahead and take a look at it. So basically he lets you back in. He kind of points you to where this panel is, and it's like a panel of, like, it's like, think of, like, almost like a circuit breaker, but it's
Right.
a series of, like, it's a series of, like, a bunch of, like, boards on a wall.
Right. So, like, at most, Elmis is just going to set up here and just be ready to, like, receive any information that comes through. Like, not actually, like, do anything to tamper with it. And maybe just, like, do a thing to channel any of the backlash energy on themselves so it doesn't damage the system if something goes haywire.
Okay. So basically, you just kind of do any set, and you basically are gonna be. So you're basically gonna set up there for a while.
Yes.
Okay. Um. So, you are going to do that. Iravia, are you going to do anything?
I figured I'd be there for the call and just maybe chime in.
So you basically go back to your room.
Yeah.
Okay. Um. So with that, Bobby, was there anything that you were doing?
Yeah, I was heading to the market, like I said.
Okay. All right. So you're heading to the White Blossom Market. This will be at around 3 or 4.
All right.
So you go in, and you do happen to basically you walk in. It's not a huge supermarket, but it is a supermarket. That is, it's not just like a piddly little like. It actually looks like a decent sized supermarket, like say local. Um, you just kind of look around. Do you like take anything of like a shopping cart or anything, or are you just going straight for?
Um, Bobby's going to casually walk past the uh cat cashier's terminal, see if you can spot anyone that matches Barton's description.
Yep. Uh, so I'm not gonna make you roll for it because it seems it'd be kind of silly. If you're just casually strolling by, um, let's just say this: Are you in front of like? Are you like past like the thing like you would be in the shopping area, or are you in the back?
He's in the shopping area, like he's
Okay.
like
He,
we're past like the magazines and the Pepsis.
so
Whatnot.
he's looking like if someone were to see you, like you see you looking around, you look like you are looking for something in particular.
Yeah,
Like
just
you
checking out.
are actually looking to shop.
Oh yes, just stopping, looking at the soap opera magazines.
All right. So you, as you kind of do that, you see like there's probably about, oh, let's say 5 cashiers. They're all like young, like maybe like high school or like very early 20s. Like they're all like that kind of age. And you do see Martin as one of them.
Hmm.
He's just kind of minding his own business as a cashier. He's just kind of fiddling with like the register, just standing there looking kind of bored, maybe with a magazine to the side.
All right. Does the store sell booze?
Uh no, it does not.
All right. Bobby will go grab a shopping basket. Just quickly grab a few things: bread, crackers, burger patties, soap opera magazine,
All right.
and then go into Martin's line.
Ah, yes. What are Bob B's feelings on telenovelas?
He's a big fan of Nights of Our Lives.
Yes. All right. So you check out like basically he kind of looks at you, is like, "Oh, good day, sir. How did you find everything?"
Oh yes, I did. Thank you, young man.
Uh, he basically takes your basket and just starts to um kind of check you out, and basically while he's doing that, he does checking out stuff, and he does it. So he starts to check your stuff out.
All right. What would I need to get like something that I could track him with, like for a magic spell?
So basically if you want to like track him like over a distance, or just let me take a look to see what you got at your disposal
I don't have
here.
anything. It's just something Bobby could get, so he could bring it to like Elmis or Tacent or whoever.
You would not have anything that would like help out in that case.
All right.
So basically, there's nothing really that you could do with what you have that would like help with that.
All
Yeah.
So basically, is there anything you want to do while he's checking you out?
Wink.
What was that?
No, I said wink.
Oh. Well, you wouldn't be able to see that. Bobby's wearing sunglasses at night, always.
No, because Lolo said that he's checking you out.
Oh,
Oh. Well,
Good, good. I'm glad.
hmm.
is he actually checking me out or just checking me out?
No. He is tallying what your goods are, putting them in a bag so you can carry them with you. He is not physically scoping you out in for a sexual nature.
If he was, Bobby could work with that.
No, he is. No, he is not doing that.
All right. Well, he might not. Bobby can.
Martin is oblivious to anything.
No. Even if I roll some charm.
Sure, I guess you could do a charm, but I don't know what you're exactly trying to get out of him.
Oh, he's just flirting with him. Sort of.
Okay.
Let me think.
That's all right. I have a plan.
So, no, there's actually fun stuff actually that I can do with this. So for reasons, you can roll charm against him to try and flirt. But you are automatically going to have to basically it is going to be your 3 yellows against 2 reds, a purple, and add 3 failures.
Oh. All right. So what was that? 3? How many reds?
2 reds, a purple, and 3 failures.
And 3 failures. Which one's failure?
So failures, if you click on symbol, it is the X.
All right.
What? Okay, this is interesting. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is 9 failures, an advantage, and a triumph.
What the fuck?
That's
Well,
that's
something.
So you turbo fail at getting at flirting with him. But basically he's not turned he's not turned off in the sense of he's not put aback by you. He's not offended or anything. But he kind of chuckles. It's yeah, I know what you're trying to do. Sorry, that ain't gonna work. But I am tickled at the thought, sir.
well. I figured I'd shoot my shot. No hard feelings, young man.
Sorry, just not up this tree. He says this as he's bagging up your groceries. So basically they're all bagged up. He's basically he gives you oh, here's the total of what you owe.
All right. Bobby pays it.
All right. So it basically he gives you your bag.
Yeah, not gonna inquire about Martin.
This is Martin.
Is it Martin?
Yeah, this is Martin.
Oh, okay.
So Bobby will, along with money, slip a business card. Say, in case you change your mind.
He goes, thanks.
So Bobby winks and heads out to the store.
Thank you for listening to Hazeltown Story. If you would like to get updates on this show and many other shows hosted by me, LoloDePuzlo, you can follow at Hazeltown Story on Twitter. And if you would like to get to know me more from a personal standpoint, you can follow my personal Twitter at LoloDePuzlo. If you would like to watch this be recorded live, you can go to twitch.tv/LoloDePuzlo and follow the channel for notifications of when this show, as well as other shows like Retro Rank Rhapsody, are being recorded. If you would like to add this podcast to your podcatcher of choice, you can search for WLDP Hazeltown Radio and find us on most major podcatching search engines. Or you can manually add rss.hazeltown.life to your podcatcher. Thank you for listening, and I hope you come around for the next episode.